if someone wants to join the order but cannot because he or she is a single child of his or her parents and is worried about their care and seva at this old age, what is the solution? Yeah, this is a very nice question and a genuine question. Uh, there is a saying, where there is a will, there is a way. So if you are really genuinely interested in joining the order, and if you know the importance of monastic life, then you will find out a solution. There are many solutions. You can pray to God. You can tell your parents about your desire and convince them. Normally, it happens that they do get convinced and they do get reconciled after some time, after the joining of uh, the after the persons have joined. Then their parents at that time they feel very sorry, but after some time they become reconciled. Now, when it is a question of only single child, the problem becomes little more complicated. One thing is that you should see that financially there should be provision for them. So earn some money, have some fixed deposit, and then there are various ways. You can put them into old age home or some relatives can take care of them. And otherwise also you see there are many parents who do not have any single child. What do they do in old age? Then there are many parents who have got offsprings, who have got sons and daughters, but they are in foreign countries and they are not taking care of them. What happens to them? So, and nowadays many are there where after the marriage, the boy gets separated. The wife says, no, I want to live alone. So again, the parents in the old age, they are alone. So it is not only that the persons who are joining the order, they only are keeping the old parents in old age home, or they are not taking care of them. Even otherwise in the world, we find many people do not take care of their parents. But I do not say that parents should be taken care of, but only for one reason, that is for a higher purpose in life, for serving humanity and for realizing God. You have to make sacrifice, and when you make sacrifice, the parents also have to automatically sacrifice, and they will get the blessings of the Lord, and they will be taken care of by the Lord. That type of confidence should be in you, and you should pray to God for them, continue to pray for them. That is the solution. We have many persons who have joined the order, who were single child, and their parents readily agreed, or they became reconciled after some time. Many have joined. Because nowadays, many families, they have got only single child only because of the higher cost of education. So that should not be a problem. You try to make some provision. They should not financially at least suffer. And try to make some alternative arrangement for looking after them. And find out some solution, pray to God, and you will get the solution. Swamiji, you mentioned that one can continue doing seva and sadhana in three ways, either as a monk or as an unmarried brahmachari or as a married sansari. How does one choose which path to take? How can one judge if he is fit to take up sannyasa in the future? It's a beautiful question. Very difficult to know, but you have to analyze your own mind. What does it want? Is it ready to sacrifice? Because it is a question of sacrifice. It is a question of sacrificing one's pleasures, one's comforts, and joining a hard life of struggles. Here in this monastic life nowadays, the struggles at the physical level may be less, but at mental level will be more, because you have to fight with your emotions, you have to fight with your senses. So you have to be prepared for that. And all the people, those who have joined, they are not perfect. We have come to become perfect. So just because we have some imperfections, that is not the reason we should not join. Rather, that is the reason we should join, because we require that protection. So it is for you. You make a self-analysis. There is a book by Swami Ashokanandji, Spiritual Practice. You read that book. Detailed uh, explanation is given. Very beautifully, he has explained under what circumstances one should join, one should renounce. Please read that book. You will get more information and guidance. When we get success, our mind feels joy. When we face failure, our mind finds lack of motivation and is not at a stage to commence future steps. How to keep our mind at a stable state of motivation? How can I make myself work being not result oriented? You have asked the question, you got this given the solution. Yeah, all the problems arise because we are working with a selfish motive. So that is why we have to remember the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Karmani avadhikarastu ma phuleshu kadachana ma karmafal hetulubhu mate sangosta karmani. Arjuna, you have got the right, you have got the right to act, not to the fruits thereof. So you do your work without any motive of getting the result. You will get the result, but you should do in an unselfish manner without expecting the result. Sorrow comes when you will find, sorrow comes when we have expectation. Expectation will always bring misery. When your expectation is not met, you get miserable. So do not expect. It will come automatically through the law of karma. You do your work. So that is why Swami Vivekananda has written a beautiful book, Work and Its Secret. And he starts in the beginning itself, he says, one of the greatest lessons I have learned in my life is to pay as much attention to the means as to the ends. So if we start working without motive, as is told by Bhagavad Gita, as is told by Swami Vivekananda, then we will not be that much affected. We will be slightly affected by the result. And then gradually we will be able to do our work in a more and more unselfish way. And work for work's sake is the ideal that we will reach. Once we will reach that stage, work for work's sake, then we will be able to keep our balance of mind, whether with success or failure. How to handle the situation when the mind is deep rooted in the idea that everything is predestined and it further makes us akarmanya. A very funny question. Okay, so everything is predestined. Don't take food. If it is destined, you will get the food. Okay? Don't take food. Don't try for getting the lunch. Don't try to get for lunching the dinner. Just, if it comes, you take. Because predestined, it will come to you. Foolish. Yes, law of karma is supreme. So, there is something called destiny. Sure. But who built this destiny? Not XYZ. You yourself have written this destiny. My present destiny is the result of the karmas that I had accomplished earlier in the past. That very thing proves that my future destiny will depend upon the hard work that I'll put in just now at present. So that is why Swami Vivekananda says, don't try to know the destiny. Try to change the destiny by your self-effort. You are the creator of your own destiny. That is one of the very important lessons of Swami Vivekananda. Always remember, you are the creator of your destiny. So try to work hard and try to change the destiny rather than sitting idle, thinking that everything will come of itself. I want to do suicide. Lack of jobless. What will I do now? Foolish question, foolish thing. Never have such negative thoughts. It's cowardly. And it's not the solution. You think by committing suicide, you will get the solution of your suffering. Suffering will increase. We think it's the human birth. It's a rare birth. To get a human body is so rare. You got it and you want to give it up. Why are we born? We are born for a purpose. And the purpose is to manifest the divinity. Remember that sentence of Swami Vivekananda. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature, external and internal. We are born to manifest our divinity. Till you have manifested the divinity, you will not get infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge. And that is our birthright. But you have to manifest the divinity. Till we have reached that best, you have manifested divinity, you will have to be born again and again. And maybe still more unfortunate circumstances you will be born. Who knows what birth you will get next afterwards. But death does not mean that is the end of the game. No. There is the theory of reincarnation that is now being proved by the modern science. So two things you remember. Now the modern science is also proved through experiments, lot of experiments, that there is a life after life. Dr. Reynolds Moody, in his book, Life After Life, has proved it. There is life after life. Life does not cease. If you commit suicide, if you die, life does not cease. The soul remains. And it will go to a situation or a place where there will be more suffering. Do not invite more suffering. Already you are suffering so much. Don't invite more suffering. That is not the solution. And even the modern science says that IQ is available with all the species, including computers. EQ is available only with the few species, that is emotional intelligence. And SQ, that is spiritual intelligence, is available only with the human species. So you got the human body, you can develop SQ and get infinite happiness and bliss in this very life. That opportunity is given to us, not given to any other species. What a great, fortunate thing we have got. And you want to give up this body just for nothing, just because of some problem. Always there is a solution to the problem. Always. So if you are unemployed, then you go for employment. Main thing is that people want employment, they want government jobs. Give up this thing. Whatever little job you get, you take it up. Then give up, get better job. Then give up, get better job. If you don't get even a small job also, if you are ready to work hard, you will get the job. But if you are not ready to work hard, then it will be difficult. And the solution to unemployment is self-employment. You have a startup. You can take loan from the bank. Small startup. There are so many solutions. Just go for a counseling from an elderly person whom you revere, for whom you have respect, whom you love. Go to a person, take their advice, take such person's advice, and then take up some step. Please do not think all these negative thoughts. Read the books of Swami Vivekananda. You will be immediately filled with power. And if you don't find any solution, pray to God. God will give you the strength. Pranam Maharaji, you said that we should always be kind and gentle to others. If people are taking advantage of it, then should we still be kind to others, kind to them, or what should we do? Yes, nice question. You see, you should not be taken for a ride. You should be good, but don't be goody-goody. So Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Bhakta hobi to hobi, boka hobi keno. You may be a devotee, but don't be a fool. People should not take you for a ride. You have to be careful. You have to be tactful also at the same time. You have to be pragmatic in nature, pragmatic in approach. Be good, but don't be goody-goody. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell a beautiful story that a brahmachari was going through a village, and at a particular place, the boy said, please don't go that side. There is a ferocious serpent and that may bite you. He said, don't worry, I have got mantras. So he went to the place and uttered the mantra. The serpent came and saluted him. Then he said, hey, why are you biting others? Don't bite. Now, I am giving this mantra. You repeat this mantra and be kind to others. And I will come back and then I'll meet you afterwards sometime. And he went. Now the serpent went inside under the tree and started repeating the mantra. And it became so kind, even if the children, they used to make fun, they used to do a lot of harm to that serpent, it will not do anything. Gradually, these children, they got more and more courage and they started taking more liberty with that serpent. And one boy took up the serpent and just smashed it on the earth. And a lot of blood came out. And so they thought that serpent has died. After some time, consciousness came to that serpent, went inside the tree, and after some days, the brahmachari came and he uttered. So that serpent came out. Hey, why you become so weak? It had forgotten somebody. He become so good that it forgotten that some child had beaten it. So he said, no. He said, because the serpent said, because I was eating only fruits and all that. That's why maybe. No, there is some reason. Then say, yes, I remember now. One child had smashed me on the ground, but after all, they are innocent boys. What do they know? It had become so kind that it was not able to see any evil in others. Then the Brahma said, hey, fool, what did I say? You told me not to bite. But did I tell you not to hiss? Why did you not hiss? When these children were coming to do injury to you, why you did not hiss? That is the message of Sri Ramakrishna. Don't bite others. Don't destroy others. Be kind. But you must hiss so that you are not taken for granted. You are not taken for a ride. जो एक सन्यासी साधु लोगों की सेवा करता है, वही काम सेवा संसार में रहकर नहीं कर सकते क्या? अगर कर सकता है तो साधु बनने की क्या जरूरत है? वाह, बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है. कोई जरूरत नहीं है भाई, किसने कहा साधु बनने के लिए? तुम सेवा करो तो सेवा संसार में रहकर भी सेवा कर सकते हैं. कई लोग कर रहे हैं, पर उसमें मैंने कहा 3 प्रकार के लोग हैं. कुछ लोग हैं जो संसार में रहते हैं, विवाह नहीं करते, अविवाहित हैं, किसी सामाजिक संस्था से जुड़े हुए हैं और समाज और सेवा करते हैं. दूसरे हैं जो गृहस्थ आश्रम में हैं और पत्नी है, बच्चे हैं, उनको भी देखते हैं और थोड़ी और दूसरी सेवा भी करते हैं. तो 3 मॉडल है. सेवा ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. परंतु स्वामी विवेकानंद का कहना है कि जब तक कि किसी ने त्याग पूर्ण संपूर्ण त्याग नहीं किया है, तब तक वो संपूर्ण निस्वार्थ सेवा नहीं कर सकता. क्यों? उसको दूसरे अपने बच्चों के लिए भी कुछ देखना पड़ेगा. इसलिए स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा, यदि संपूर्ण निस्वार्थ सेवा करना चाहते हो, संपूर्ण त्याग करना पड़ेगा. और उसके लिए, और दूसरी एक और बात है कि हमारा जीवन का उद्देश्य क्या है. उद्देश्य केवल सेवा नहीं है. उद्देश्य आत्मनो मोक्षार्थम जगत हिताय च, स्वामी विवेकानंद मंत्र दिया है, मोटो है हमारा रामकृष्ण मिशन का. क्या है वो? कि जीवन का उद्देश्य है आत्मा का साक्षात्कार करना, ईश्वर प्राप्ति करना, और साथ साथ में शिव ज्ञान से जीव सेवा करना. तो शिव ज्ञान से जीव सेवा ये उस ईश्वर साक्षात्कार करने का, आत्म साक्षात्कार करने का एक सशक्त माध्यम है, उसका रास्ता है। तो ये दोनों को साथ में यदि करना है तो उसके लिए हमें पवित्रता भी बहुत आवश्यक है। और ये पवित्र जीने के लिए, पवित्र जीवन जीने के लिए एक वातावरण की आवश्यकता होती है। और ये वातावरण जब कोई सन्यासी बनता है, सन्यासियों के साथ रहता है, तो जैसा संग वैसा रंग। इसलिए वो साधुओं के संग में रहेगा तो वो ठीक ठीक साधु बन पाएगा। दूसरी बात है, बाहर में रहकर भी कोई कोई पवित्र जीवन जी करके सेवा कर सकते हैं, पर ऐसे बहुत बिरले हैं। इसलिए अधिकांश लोगों के लिए तो या तो सदगृहस्थ बनो, जितनी सेवा हो सकती करो, और या पर संपूर्ण निस्वार्थ सेवा करना चाहते हो तो सन्यासी बनो। मैं एक शिक्षक हूं, तो मैं अपने छात्रों को किस प्रकार शिक्षा दूं जिससे स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के आदर्शों पर चल सके? बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है। तो स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा था, हमें ऐसी शिक्षा देनी चाहिए बच्चों को जो केवल कैरियर डेवलपमेंट जिससे न हो, पर साथ साथ में कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट हो, दोनों साथ होना चाहिए। तो स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा था, व्हाट वी वांट इज मैन मेकिंग एजुकेशन, कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग एजुकेशन। मनुष्य निर्माणकारी शिक्षा चाहिए, चरित्र निर्माण वाली शिक्षा चाहिए। तो प्रयत्न करना चाहिए विद्यार्थियों को कि उनका कैरियर तो बिल्ड हो, उसके लिए जो भी करना है करे, पर साथ साथ में चरित्र का भी निर्माण हो, वे अच्छे मनुष्य बने, उसके लिए प्रयत्न करना पड़ेगा। और दूसरी एक बात बताई थी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने शिक्षकों के लिए, वह बात थी बी एंड मेक। पहले स्वयं महान बनो, फिर दूसरों को महान बनाओ। तो आप विद्यार्थियों को कितना भी बोलेंगे, वो करने वाले नहीं हैं। वो आपको देखेंगे, आप जैसा करेंगे वैसा वो करेंगे, आप जैसा कहेंगे वैसा वो नहीं करेंगे। तो इसलिए वैल्यूज आर नेवर टॉट, वैल्यूज आर ऑलवेज कॉट कहा जाता है। जो मूल्य है वो दिए नहीं जा सकते, वो लिए जा सकते। मतलब बच्चे अपने आप ले लेंगे, आपके जीवन से सीखेंगे। तो इसलिए जब चरित्र निर्माण की बात है, चरित्र निर्माण की शिक्षा की बात है, तो यहाँ पर शिक्षक के खुद का भी, शिक्षक का खुद का चरित्र निर्माण होना आवश्यक है। ये दो बातें आप याद रख करके विद्यार्थियों के साथ कीजिए। उनको स्वामी विवेकानंद के ग्रंथों को पढ़ाइए, एक स्टडी सर्कल करिए, कुछ ऑडियो विजुअल बताइए उनको, और उनको उनको बताइए जैसा संग वैसा रंग, तो अच्छा संग रखे। सोशल मीडिया का उपयोग सीमित करें और अच्छे कार्यक्रमों को देखें। एक तो सीमित रखें और उसका अच्छा उपयोग करें। दो प्रकार हो सकता है कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी का, सदुपयोग भी हो सकता है, दुरुपयोग भी हो सकता है। तो उसका सदुपयोग करें और सीमित रखें सोशल मीडिया को। पुस्तकों को पढ़ें, स्वामी विवेकानंद की पुस्तकों को पढ़ें, कुछ अच्छी पुस्तकों को पढ़ें, थोड़ा ध्यान और प्रार्थना करें। इस प्रकार से अपने चरित्र का गठन करें, उसकी ओर आप ध्यान दीजिए। और जैसा मैंने बताया, आपके खुद के चरित्र से वे प्रभावित होकर के ये सब काम करेंगे।